A turbulent time, the 1905 revolution. Russia was an aristocracy. So, the term aristocracy means a group of people who try to dominate the whole country. Unlike other European rulers, even at the beginning of the 20th century, the Tsar was not subject to parliament. Liberals in Russia campaigned to end this state of affairs. Together with the Social Democrats and Socialist Revolutionary, they worked with peasants and workers during the revolution of 1905 to demand a constitution. So though Tsar was the leader who used to capture or who used to rule the Russia, the whole Russia area, but now the liberals in the Russia, they made a group of people whose main agenda was to have a collaboration or come together with the social democrat and social revolutionary group and worked under the welfare of the peasants and workers, because they were exploited by the nobles, or you can say the officers or the orthodox church in the Russia. So that's why they demanded that there should be a constitution for the peasants and worker, as they were suffering a lot in the Russia. They were supported in the empire by the nationalists in Poland, for instance, and in Muslim dominated areas by Jadidis who wanted modern Islam to lead their society. So they were supported. That means the peasants and workers and the liberals in the Russia, they were supported by the different nationalist people. That means nationalist means love for the country. The people who love for their country, that is Russia, they also supported the peasants worker and the liberals in Russia, and even in the Muslim dominated areas by Jagdidis who wanted a modern Islam to lead their society. So even the Muslim dominated areas also supported the liberals in Russia. The year 1904 was a particularly bad one of the Russian work for one of the one for Russian workers. Prices of essential goods rose so quickly that the real wages declined by 20%. So in the year 1904, there was you can say a bad period for the Russian worker. Why? Because the price of the essential essential goods means the items which you need in your day to day activities, it rose uh, very quickly, and hence the salary of them, that means the workers salary, was also decreased by 20%. The members of the workers association rose dramatically. So even the membership of the worker association rose dramatically. Why? Because the salaries was less. That's why they started to support this workers association, so that their problem can be solved. When four members of the Assembly of Russian Workers, which had been formed in 1904, were dismissed at the Putilov Iron Works, there was a call for industrial action. So when the trigger started when the four members of the Assembly of Russian Workers, which was formed in the year 1904, they were thrown out at the industry known as Putilov Iron Works. Okay, and hence because of this incident, finally the all the workers started to revolt against the uh, Tsar government. Over the next few days, over 10,000 workers in St. Petersburg went on strike, demanding a reduction in the working days to 8 hours, an increase in wages, and improvement in the working conditions. So after the few days, okay, a group of 10,000 workers in the St. Petersburg, they went on strike, demanding that there should be reduction in the working hours to 8 hours, because they used to work 10 hours 15 hours in a day, and in between their working hours there was no break. So that's why they were physically frustrated. Okay, and they demanded that there should be increase in the salary. Okay, and also the working condition should be also improved. So these were their demands. When the procession of workers led by Father Gopon reached the Winter Palace, it was attacked by the police and the Gossack. So when the you can say the head of the workers, or you can say the revolt which was taking place, okay, it was headed by the Father Gapon. When he reached the place known as Winter Palace, the police and the army, they attack upon these 10,000 workers who were revolting against the Tsar government. Over 100 workers were killed and about 300 wounded. So in this fight, or you can say in this movement, 100 workers were killed and about 300 workers were wounded. The incident known as Bloody Sunday started a series of events that became known as the 1905 revolution. So as these incident, as many of the workers they were killed, so this incident is popularly known as Bloody Sunday, as it was as this incident took place in the Sunday, that's why it is known as Bloody Sunday. Okay, and later on this event was famously known as 1905 revolution. Strike took place all over the country and universities closed down when student bodies stack walk out, complaining about the lack of civil liberties. So the strike took place all over the country, that is in the Russia, and even the universities were closed when the students bodies were thrown out from the universities, complaining about the lack of civil liberties. Okay, lawyers, doctors, engineers and other middle class workers established the union of unions and demanded a constituent assembly. So the lawyers, doctors and engineers and other middle class workers, they also established the union of the unions, that means this is the name of the association, and they demanded that now we want constituent assembly where we will make our own rules and regulation. During the 1905 revolution, the Tsar allowed the creation of an elected consultative parliament or Duma. So as this was as the Bloody Sunday took place, okay, so in order to suppress the revolt, in the Tsar, that means the head of the Russia, he allowed to make a elected consultative parliament, okay, and the name of the parliament is Duma. For a brief while during the revolution, there existed a large number of trade unions and factory committees made up of factory workers. So during this period, okay, a huge amount of trade unions were made and the factory committees were made so that they can look after the factories workers. After 1905, most committees and unions worked unofficially since they were declared illegal. So after 1905, that means after this Bloody Sunday revolution, most of the committee and the unions worker, they did not work. Why? Because they were declared illegal in the Russia. Severe restrictions were placed on the political activity. That means if anybody is doing any kind of strikes or any type of movement, they were given punishment. The Tsar dismissed the first Duma within 75 days and the re-elected second Duma within the 3 months. So once he made the first parliament, he again dismissed within the 75 days as it was not appropriate according to the Tsar, and again he re-elected second Duma within the 3 months. He did not want any questioning of his authority or any reduction in his power. So why he have changed? Because he did not want any questioning. That means nobody is allowed to question according to his authority. Whatever his decision is, it is final. Okay, and there should be no reduction in his power. The power which he have, it should be upon him. No powers can be reduced. He changed the voting laws and packed the third Duma with conservative politicians. So he again made the voting laws, okay, that means the people can vote, and finally the third Duma were made with the conservative politician. That means only a limited number of people were selected in this parliament. Liberals and revolutionaries were kept out. So in the third Duma, again the liberals people and the revolutionary people, that means who were revolting against the Tsar government, that is the workers and peasants, they were not included in the third Duma.